Do you need help articulating your thoughts better? Do you want to sound smarter during presentations or when talking to a group of people? Then you're in the right place. In today's video, I will go over 6 different ways that you can articulate your thoughts much better. And by the end of the video, you will walk away a much better communicator. But first, if you are interested in becoming a better speaker, building life-changing habits, and organizing the chaos in your life, then subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you are notified when I post a video on Thursdays and Saturdays. I graduated from University of Toronto with an English and political science degree. I have worked for amazing companies and organizations like Stanford University, and the key to my success has always been being able to communicate much better and articulate my thoughts in a really well way. I also run a personal development blog to help other people learn how to be their best selves so that they can thrive in life. Without further ado, let's get into making you a better articulator. First and most important thing when trying to articulate your thoughts better is to practice speaking to yourself. Just like everything else in life, practice makes perfect. Practice and listen to yourself speaking. By doing this, you get a better idea of where you need to improve. Think of a topic you would like to be able to talk better about and speak in front of a mirror. Try different topics and really evaluate your voice. Ask yourself, how does this sound? Do you say everything you were thinking about? Is everything you thought in your head coming out the same way into words? Once you do, practice more and more until you get better and sound more natural. Something else you can do is actually record yourself either on your phone or on a camera and watch the video play. You can also try recording on your Instagram stories and replay and listen to yourself speak. After recording yourself, evaluate your speech. Are you speaking too fast? Are you speaking too slow? Are you monotoned? Are you able to say what you wanted? Are you saying what you are thinking in your head? Or are the words coming off completely different? Once you see and listen to everything with your own eyes and ears, you will get a better idea of what you need to fix. You should also ask yourself questions that you find difficult answering and practice to answer those so that next time when someone asks you that question, you have the best response ready. This will help you articulate your thoughts much better. Second thing you need to do when articulating your thoughts more effectively is pause and think before you speak. If someone asks you a difficult question and you have a great response ready in your head, before quickly blurting it out, take a moment to yourself and think about what exactly you want to say before you articulate it. It takes a few seconds for us to know what to say and how to say it. Use those few seconds to repeat the question in your head and once out loud. For example, let's say during a presentation, someone asks you, how did you come to this conclusion? Repeat the question out loud. How did I come to this conclusion? Give yourself a few seconds more to think as well as repeat the question so you understand it better. Or let's say, for example, you are at a family gathering and someone asks you a question that makes you very uncomfortable, like, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? You might get caught completely off guard and not be able to articulate your thoughts in a well-verbal manner. In a case like this, instead of freaking out in your mind, pause for a minute and come up with a well-articulated answer like, I will get married when it's meant to happen, or I will have kids when God blesses me with them. Look the person straight in the eye and answer the question the best you can. By pausing and thinking about the question, you are able to form a much better answer. By forming a better answer, you can take control of the conversation instead of letting the conversation take control of you. This is a great way to articulate your thoughts into better words. The third way to articulate your thoughts more effectively is to erase or replace filler words. When you are speaking and you are not able to articulate your thoughts properly, you end up using words such as like, you know. These are all filler words that make you sound like you don't know what you are speaking about or that you don't know which direction your speech is headed. Instead, use more effective words that imply you are moving on to a better point, like perhaps, or therefore, or in theory, or understandably. Let me give you a very easy example. Say, for example, you are trying to tell someone how much you admire the sky. Your sentence might sound something like, the sky is like very nice and I like to watch the sunset every day, you know? Not the best way to articulate your thoughts now, is it? Instead, try replacing the filler words like this. I find the sky extremely beautiful, especially during sunset. Perhaps that's why I like watching it whenever possible. Do you hear the difference? Your thoughts are articulated into much better words when you replace filler words with more intelligent sounding words or phrases. Our minds think much faster than we speak. And what you can do instead of replacing filler words, if you can't think of any, you can actually use pauses instead. Some of the best speakers in the world pause for a few minutes during their speeches or presentation. The pause creates suspense and rhythm in your speech. As a result, the audience you are speaking to or the presentation you are giving lets people actually absorb the information and process it in their minds, which is much more effective. Also, this gives you a brief second or two to gather your thoughts and continue with your conversation. Plus, you sound so much more smarter this way. By the way, my next video is going to be about how to sound smart, so make sure you check that one out. Number 4 and very effective way to articulate your thoughts into words is to listen to your favorite speakers. I really think that it's very natural human behavior to imitate others. Have you noticed that when you and your friends speak, you all sound similar? That's not a coincidence, but it's actually designed this way. You spend so much time with someone, you start to actually speak and act like them. You start to dress similar and you do things similar in nature as well. So when you are trying to articulate your thoughts better, start listening to some of your favorite speakers who share the same values and beliefs as you. By listening to them, you may realize that they are saying exactly what you are thinking, but in a much more effective and articulate way. By listening to them, whether that is through a YouTube video or a podcast, you start to retain the words that they use and the phrases that they give as examples. After listening to them, you should take examples that actually resonate with you and use them in your own vocabulary and sentences. The more you listen to them, the more ideas you will get on how you should speak your thoughts and ideas. Some of my favorite speakers are Sunny Lenarduzzi, Vanessa Lau, and Oprah Winfrey. Each of these ladies have amazing speaking abilities. I have taken a little from each and created my own little style of speaking that works well for me. I listen to their podcasts, I watch them on their YouTube videos, and I watch Oprah on TV. I also follow TED Talks. TED Talks basically brings people from all over the world to speak on different topics. Just watching TED Talks alone will increase your wealth of knowledge and give you fantastic examples of how you can articulate your thoughts into better words and the most effective way you can possibly do that. So if there's one thing you take away from this video, it's to listen to TED Talks and learn from all of the speakers. The 5th way to articulate your thoughts more effectively is to control your fear and anxiety. Whether you are speaking in front of an audience or you are speaking to a group of colleagues or you're just speaking to a large number of friends, anxiety always creeps in and it makes it difficult for you to articulate your thoughts. Anxiety, fear, and panic kicks in right away. It's no secret that the #1 fear in the world is still public speaking, even more than death. Wow, that blows my mind. Psychology Today states that when faced with standing up in front of a group, we break into sweat because we are afraid of rejection. And at a primal level, the fear is so great because we are not merely afraid of being embarrassed or judged, we are afraid of being rejected from the social group, ostracized, and left to defend ourselves in all our own. Sounds pretty scary to me as well, but at least now we know what is causing the problem. All of these terrifying outcomes we are thinking about are just in our heads. You will not be rejected or ostracized because you are not able to speak clearly in front of a group of people. The anxiety, the fear, the panic can be resolved. You can do this by practicing speaking in front of 1 or 2 people and slowly building up from there. One day you will be able to speak in front of hundreds, if not thousands of people and articulate your thoughts better than you had hoped for. Just start small and work your way up. The fear, the panic will resolve in due time. You have full control over your mind and your body. Learn to embrace it and let your mind work in a way that you want it to, and you will be able to articulate your thoughts so much more effectively. The 6th way to articulate your thoughts is to keep it simple. We all want to sound like we have our PhDs and that we are very confident and can speak very fluently and capture everyone's attention. But we need to use what we already know and keep things simple. What I mean by this is use the knowledge and the skills that you already have to communicate in the best way possible. Don't try to use words you don't know the meaning of just to sound more intelligent. People can see through that right away, whether they say it or not. According to a study by Microsoft, the average human being now has an attention span of 8 seconds. This is a sharp decrease from the average attention span of 12 seconds in the year 2000. This means you have about 8 seconds to grab someone's attention. Even if you have a lot to say, keep your sentences to the point and short, because if you don't, you will lose the person's interest very quickly. Also, using long, intricate sentences will make even you yourself forget what you were trying to say. Keeping things simple is also great for you because you will have an easier time articulating your thoughts and know what comes next. You can always build up later once you grasp the basics of articulating your thoughts. So stick to the basics and keep things very simple. Alright, you guys, now you know how you can articulate your thoughts better and become a great speaker. If you want to practice some of these techniques, then you can grab a copy of my core habit building workbook for free. I will post the link in my description box below, so don't forget to grab yours today. Also, if you want to join a community of people just like you who believe in improving themselves and becoming more productive through habit building, then I have an exclusive Facebook group called Habits for Success, where we share our success and struggles, hold each other accountable, and help each other with our goals. Join the Facebook group. I will post the link in the description box below. Check out these videos next on powerful tips to improve your confidence and how to sound smarter. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, like, and share with all your family and friends. Until next time, you guys, this is Sincerely Maria signing off. Bye!